guys, today's video I'll be trying out the Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation by Fenty Beauty. Now I know I'm really late in reviewing this foundation, and I know tons of others have done reviews on this foundation by Fenty Beauty, but I'm on a mission, and my mission is to find a foundation that'll match my skin exactly or as close as possible. Now the foundation I've been using for a couple of years is the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I love the foundation. The formula is like no other foundation I've ever used. It lasts all day, it's transfer resistant, and it keeps my oil at bay. There is only one problem with this foundation, is that none of the shades match me. I am actually, I believe, in between shades. The one shade is a little too light, and then another shade is too dark. I've tried mixing before, and I've gotten it to be close, but I just feel like I shouldn't be mixing. And it's expensive to buy two of the same brand of foundation to mix. The Estee Lauder is already pricey, so I decided that I really want to go out and look for another foundation that'll hopefully find a foundation that has the same or as close as the characteristics as the Double Wear and matches my skin as close as possible. So that's why I am trying the Fenty Beauty, and I figured I'll just go ahead and do a review on it at the same time. Now at the beginning of the year, I went to Sephora and I did a Color IQ match. At that time, I wanted them to do a color match for the Double Wear, but according to their system, the Double Wear, there's no colors that actually match my skin, so that didn't pop up onto the computer. So I was like, oh, you know, kind of torn, because I just love my Double Wear. So I just told him to go ahead and put the number into my profile, and maybe later on I'll use it. Now, just for reference, my Color IQ number is 3Y08. So I went into the Sephora website, into my profile, and I looked at my number, and on the bottom of the number there's a place where you can click to see all the colors that matches with your profile. So I clicked on it, and the top two first foundations was Fenty Beauty and Huda foundation, but of course Huda is sold out. It depends how this one goes. The next one I'll probably try is the Huda when it gets back in stock, but Fenty was the first one that popped up, so I'm going to go ahead and try that one out and see if, number one, if this foundation is good. Number two is to see if the Color IQ actually works, because I've never used the Color IQ. I've only had the number, but I've never actually used it to match a foundation that was in the system to match my number. But yeah, let's go ahead and try out the foundation. Now the foundation that it said that it matched me to was 250. So yeah, and this is the box. It's a really, really pretty box. But yeah, 250 is the number, and let's go ahead and let me read what it says about this foundation, what this foundation is supposed to be able to do for you. So it says the coverage is medium, and for skin type it's sensitive, normal, dry, combination oily, and the finish is a matte finish. It's a soft matte long wear foundation and buildable, medium to full coverage, in a boundary breaking range of shades. Yeah, there's tons of shades. When I went down to pick up the foundation, I think there's 40 shades. So it ranges from very, very light to very dark. So that's a good thing, that's to have a lot of shades, because sometimes the light shades is just not light enough and the dark shades are not dark enough. So with the 40 shades, I'm sure everybody can find their you know, their shade that they need for their skin. The oil-free formula is made with climate adaptive technology that's resistant to sweat and humidity and won't clog pores, so that wherever you are, it's going to work on your skin. Okay, so let's go ahead and try it. Also, when I looked at it, my number, it's color 250. The description on the color 250 is for medium skin with warm and very peach undertones. Now, I have medium skin, and it's warm in tone, but I've never ever thought of it as having peach undertones, let alone very peach undertones. So I'm not even sure if this is gonna work. So this is gonna be a test on the Sephora IQ system to see if they've matched me or not, because it's just that peachy peach undertones. I don't know about that, but let's go ahead and try it out and see. Now, let's go ahead and look at the bottle. The bottle is very pretty. It's in frosted glass. And it has a pump, thank goodness. That's one problem I had with my Estee Lauder. It didn't come with a pump, so I had to buy a pump from MAC. But I noticed on the website now that Estee Lauder now has a pump that you can buy for that foundation. To me, they should just put the pump already on the foundation. But anyways, yeah, so this is 1.8 fluid ounce, which is 0.8 fluid ounce more than the standard 1 ounce that most foundations are. So that's a good thing. It has more product in here. The price is not too bad. It's $34. So let's go ahead and try this out. Now, what I'm gonna do is on this side of the face, I'm gonna be using my primer that I've been using and loving, and it's the YSL Touche Eclat Blur Primer. And on the other side, I actually got a sample of the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Primer. I didn't want to buy the whole bottle. I just want to go ahead and try this out and see, because if I don't like this, then there's no reason for me to have this. So yeah, let's go ahead and try it out. I've already moisturized my face. So let's go ahead with this primer on this side. So on this side, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Primer. It's like a lotion. It feels like a lotion. There's a nice smell to it. The lady at the counter told me that if you're using Fenty Beauty foundation, that you need to make sure that your skin is really moisturized. Smells really good. It just feels like a lotion. This is my normal one. It's not tacky or anything. This one, it's a little tacky, but I think it'll be fine once it dries down a little bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and try the foundation. I'm excited because I just want to see if it matches my skin tone and how good of a foundation this is. So on the box, it says to shake it really well. So let's go ahead and shake it up. Normally, my other foundation, I usually shake it just a couple times like this, but this I'm gonna really shake. Hair back. I should have put my hair stuff so I could put my hair back, but oh well. Okay. Now I'm going to be using I went with 2 pumps. The consistency, don't mind this. This is just my holder. This is my silly sponge that I use as my foundation holder when I pump up my foundation. So it's a little used, but it's a little runny, but not too bad. It's still on a thicker side. I am going to put on my foundation as I always do. I always do it this way. It looks really, the color looks really peachy to me. Like, normally all the foundations that I've used are way more on the yellow side. This is a yellowy, but it's definitely peachy. Now I am going to be using my Eco Tools Beauty Sponge. I love this sponge. This sponge is so good. off the bat, it's pretty easy to blend. The color's not too bad once you blend it in. My true test of a foundation on it matching my skin color is going outside with a mirror and looking at it in actual light, outside light. That's my true test. Sometimes it's hard to get your foundation matched at, you know, like a Sephora or any store that you get your foundation, because sometimes the stores, the foundation where it's located, it's not where you're near a window, so you can go, you know, try the foundation and go by the window. But yeah, so that's the true way of, to me, of seeing if your foundation matches, is putting it on and going outside and actually looking at it with the mirror. Now, as far as the coverage, right now it's about a medium. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on more. I still have more on my holder. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more on each side. Once I blend it out, it doesn't look as peachy. Let's see if we can cover up this scar. I got this scar, there's one scar here and one scar here, about a month ago. I want to say a month ago, I was flat ironing my hair and I clamped my face. I've never ever had that happen ever. I mean, I've been curling, flat ironing, blow drying for over 30 years, and I've never ever had that happen. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. So I was telling my husband, wow, my skin must be really loose in order for it to clamp like that. And so there were, if you look at a couple of my early videos, you would see the scabs there. And I told myself, do not peel it. Do not peel it. You know, sometimes you're just like tempted. But yeah, see, it's not covering that much. I mean, put some down on my neck. So be careful when you're using those flat irons. It can actually clamp your face. And the weird thing about it is, it hurt, but it didn't hurt that much. I thought it would hurt more. Seeing it was 300, I think 95 degrees. Jesus, yeah. So now I'm a little bit more careful. Okay. So what do you guys think about, do you think the color matches? Let me move this out of the way. I think it looks okay. It's actually better than I thought as far as the color. I thought the color would just be totally off by looking at it when I pumped it out and put it on my face before I blended, because it's so peachy in color. And I mean, even the description is, it says peachy tone, with very peachy tone, which I never thought I had in my skin. But what I'm gonna go ahead and do right now is put on the rest of my makeup. And actually, before that I do that, I'm gonna go outside and check out see what it looks like in sunlight, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So what I did before I went and put on the rest of my makeup, I went outside and looked at my skin in natural sunlight to look at the color of the foundation, and honestly the colors a pretty dead-on match. I'm a little bit shocked just because of the description of the color, 250 with the peachy undertone. I've never thought of myself having peachy undertones, and when I went and put it on my skin before I started blending it, it did look very peachy. So I'm kind of surprised. I'm happy about the color match with the Color IQ from Sephora. The next test is I'm gonna do a check-in probably around the 7-8 hour mark just to see how this foundation is holding up. It says it's long wearing, but nowhere does it say how long is the long wearing. It doesn't say if it's 8 hours, 12 hours, or anything. I'll be happy if it lasts 8 hours. For me, 8 hours is long wearing. So yeah, and when I went to put on my makeup, I didn't notice anything different as far as putting on my makeup with a new foundation underneath, and I noticed it didn't oxidize on me. So yeah, I'm gonna come back around the 7-8 hour mark and check in, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, it's time to check in on this foundation. It's about a little over the 7 hour mark, not quite 8 hours, and looking at it, I'm pretty greasy. When I put on the foundation at the beginning, it did what it said. It's a matte foundation, but the matteness didn't last very long, not quite 8 hours. And I'm not sure if you can see it right here and here, and right above here, and a little bit over my lip. There's some kind of oxidation going on. It's a little darker. So I'm not sure if it's the foundation itself or if it was me not blending it well, but I didn't notice it when I was blending the foundation and when I put my makeup on, and shortly after that I didn't notice any darkness there, but I do notice it now. There is a little bit of separation going around here in the creases, but yeah, I didn't do any touch-up, and I just look really super oily. I'm gonna take my blotting paper and blot my face to see what happens if it goes back to matte. Yeah, I can definitely see the color difference between here and here. There's a lot of oil going on. After using this, for some reason it doesn't look like the coverage is as full as before. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm super happy about the color match. That part I really like. The foundation itself, I feel like it's not as long wearing as I thought it would be. Also with the primer, this side is the YSL primer and this side is the Fenty Beauty primer. I don't notice any kind of a difference. To me, they look exactly the same. One didn't perform differently from the other. It looks exactly the same to me. So I'm glad I didn't buy that primer. So I think my quest for the perfect foundation, color-wise, long-wise, keeping my oil at bay is gonna continue. I really want to try the Huda Beauty foundation, but of course, like I said before, that's sold out. I'm hoping to try that out really soon, but yeah, I think for now I'm probably going to go back to my double wear, which I still have a little bit of. Just keep on using that until I can find the perfect match. I love the color wise of it. I love how the Sephora IQ, Color IQ worked. For me, it worked so far with this one foundation as far as color. The foundation itself, I'm not too happy with. I feel like it didn't last long enough. At the beginning, it looked really good. But as far as the oxidation here and here and here, I'm not happy with it, and a little bit of separation. And me getting very oily and shiny, you know, just barely over 7 hours. But just to let you know that if you want to do the Sephora Color IQ, my suggestion to you, and this is what I did, When I went in, I wore no makeup at all, nothing at all, not even primer. I didn't even moisturize. I went in totally bare face. I just feel like you want your face to be as bare as possible. And also pick a Sephora that you're able to go by the window that has natural light. Some Sephoras are located in the middle of malls, so there's no, there's windows, but there is no natural light. It's only looking out into the middle of the mall. Find a Sephora that has windows that have natural light. So when you do the color IQ, you ask the colorist or stylist if you can do the color IQ by the window by natural light, because I just feel that natural light is gonna give you the most correct color as far as your number for your foundations, and that's what I did. Yeah, so just go ahead and try that Sephora IQ. So far it's worked for me. I'm not sure how the next foundation that I try, if it's gonna match me. I'm hoping like this one, it matches my skin closer than it does with my double wear. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, bye.